Hello, everyone. Hi, how are you? Hola, bom dia, sanu, and many other languages that I don't know how to speak. So, anyway, look, I want to start off with a story today. So, a guy is in a bar. I know. Another guy in the bar joke. But the guy's in the bar, and in comes this guy with a monkey on his shoulder. And the guy comes up, sits at the bar next to this guy with a monkey on his shoulder. And the guy looks at the bartender, looks at the guy with the monkey on his shoulder. Nobody seems bothered about it, so he goes, hey, whatever. And he continues on with his drink. And then after a little while, the monkey jumps down onto the counter and he's just running up and down the counter. He goes up to where they had these little peanuts and he picks up the peanut, looks at it and throws it in his mouth and he eats it. And the guy's like looking at the bartender like, and the bartender doesn't say anything. He looks at the owner doesn't say anything. So he's like, oh, I'll mind my business. And then the monkey goes over to another bowl of nuts, cashews, I think, and he picks them up and he's popping them in his mouth and he's chewing them and he's having a great time. The guy's looking at this guy going, in his mind, I'm sure he's thinking, look, this can't be sanitary, right? I mean, this is a bar. Who comes in with a monkey and now the monkey's running riot? And then the monkey all of a sudden takes off and he's jumping around the bar from table to table. And then he eventually lands on the pool table. And he's on the pool table. And at this point, this guy turns around looking at the monkey. And the monkey's faffing around on the pool table. And then all of a sudden, he picks up the cue ball. And he pops it in his mouth and swallows it. At this point, the guy's like, whoa, that's disgusting. Come on, man. And the bartender goes, come on, John, you can't do that. You got to get your monkey out of here. He's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And he takes his monkey and he leaves. A few weeks later, same guy is in the bar having a drink, and in comes this guy with his monkey again. He looks at the bartender. The bartender looks at him and does one of these, right? The guy sits down at the bar. Guy gives him a funny look. It's all good. Monkey's sitting there, really chill, really calm for a while. And then eventually, the monkey jumps down on the table again. But this time, instead of just grabbing the nuts and eating it, he grabs a nut. He looks at it, sticks it up his butt, pulls it out, and then eats it. And he does the same with the cashews. At this point, this guy is freaking out. This is disgusting. The whole bar is upside down. That's disgusting. What the heck, man? And the guy looks, hey guys, I'm so sorry. But ever since he had to pass out that cue ball the other day, he checks to make sure everything fits before he eats it. And I know. But it's disgusting. It really, really is. And it's so, I'm sure most of you find that disgusting, which is amazing because we have a tendency to kind of do that in our lives. Yeah, we don't physically, well, unless we're inclined that way, most of us are not physically inclined to eat shit or poop or dung or whatever. But in our emotional lives, in our mental lives, we do. See, we've had bad experiences, right? You know, you had something, you took something in, you opened up yourself to something, to someone, and you had a bad experience. It was awful. It really was a difficult thing to get through. You got your heart broken, you had parts of your life destroyed, hurt to high heaven. It really sucked to go through it. And so now in our next relationships, you kind of want to check to see if stuff fits. And we do it by basically sticking it in somewhere dirty to see if it fits. You change how you behave. You change how you approach things. All of a sudden, I was always too trusting. I'm not going to be a trusting person anymore. Or I was too open. I'm not going to be open anymore. Become worse versions of ourselves because somebody who was bad for us or something that was bad for us hurt us. And so instead of learning lessons, we take our lesson to mean change who you are, the good in yourself, change it, stop being the good you that you can be, and let's punish everybody else that comes after you. I know it's hard, very controversial, I understand that, because, I mean, if you get burnt while you're trying to cook, you'll yank your hand back, ooh, I'm never cooking again, ever. Yeah, that's not what's going to happen. You will test to check to see if the pot's hot before you cook or before you touch it. You know, you're not going to stop cooking ever because you got burnt when you touched a hot pot. And it's the same thing with our experiences in relationships, yes, you got hurt. And you don't stop being who you are, the good person that you are, because you got hurt. You become more aware of the signs in them. That's the lesson to learn. It's not to change who you are. It's not to be less open and less loving and less giving. It is to seek for people who are more appreciative of people who are open and loving and giving. And the only way to know that is to be loving and open and giving, but to be aware of the other person and what they're doing. It's probably a good idea not to put ourselves in shitty situations simply because we've had shit smeared in us in the past. Doing it to yourself is a lot more of a tragedy than having it done to you. So anyway, that's my thought for today. That's my story for today. Just don't be the monkey. Let monkeys do what monkeys do. You can be human and be just fine. All right? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it gives you food for thought. And as always, be inspired.